my name's Kim Anthony, and I'm the CEO of Make-A-Wish Southern Alberta. And I've got a couple of Make-A-Wish volunteers here with me, my daughter Brooke and my husband Rod.
Hey.
And, we would love to be granting wishes right now, but because of the challenging times in our world, the best thing to do is to be safe and well. And so, but it does make us stop and think about Make-A-Wish. So we wanted to share a few of our experiences over the years with you. And we're going to be going back and forth, asking each other questions. So I'm going to start with Brooke.
Wow.
Brooke, why do you like to volunteer at Make-A-Wish?
I find it very inspiring and fun and rewarding. You automatically see the reward that you gave based. Read it.
No, it's okay.
Okay, we keep going. And it's very inspiring and rewarding.
Super, thank you.
So, Kim, you've been with Make-A-Wish for 9 years as CEO, but it's been around longer than that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the history of the Southern Alberta chapter?
For sure. Make-A-Wish Southern Alberta, it's actually our 25th anniversary this year. We started in 1995, and it was Dave and Carol Stinton who founded our chapter, and we've been so lucky that both of them have stayed involved the whole time, and they are still so passionate about our mission. So thank you, Dave and Carol. And to date, we have granted over 650 wishes just in Southern Alberta. We are part of a bigger global organization, and that organization has granted over 480,000 wishes.
Wow.
So when you think about that, it is pretty amazing.
Dad, what is your favorite memory at Make-A-Wish?
My favorite memory. Well, in my work as a wish granter, the first thing you do when you meet with the family is you do an interview. You do an interview really with them to get acquainted and really learn about the family and about the wish child. And so there's a bunch of questions that we usually go through as part of that interview process. And I will never forget one young girl that I was interviewing, and she's an awesome kid. And but one of the questions was, tell me a time when you felt really special. And without hesitation, when I asked that question, she didn't hesitate. She looked right at me and she said, when you walked into my house. And I just about broke into tears. It was amazing that for her, just me and my wish granting partners who were there with me, that was a big deal for her. And it just got me right there.
There are so many of those great stories, I tell you. But, and I know you have some too, but we'll ask you about that in a couple minutes.
So, Kim, how have you seen people and organizations, companies get involved with Make-A-Wish?
Well, in so many different ways. And I think what really strikes me is how generous our community is. Individuals, companies. I mean, if we put a call out to help with a wish, people just offer in-kind supplies, cash. I think that's one of the huge benefits of working at Make-A-Wish and volunteering with Make-A-Wish is you get to see the good in people. You get to see the generosity out there, and we'll have people call up who want to donate hockey tickets for our families to go see a game, or a theater tickets, or if we're doing a playground wish or a backyard wish, or something like that. The companies that step up who want to provide their time, their labor, their supplies. It's just so heartwarming.
So, Brooke, you've done a lot of volunteering. You've talked about what that means to you, but what have been your top 2 volunteering experiences?
Probably Wonderland Wishes, because you see so many different people come together with the common experience that they've had. And I think my favorite thing specifically with Wonderland Wishes was last year I volunteered at the Spin Wheel, which is the most popular thing at Wonderland Wishes, and I volunteered with with my friend and his little sister, and it was very fun, and it felt like a community and a family.
Nice.
Super.
Nice.
It's one of my favorites too.
Now, Mom, what was your favorite wish?
I've had that question asked to me many times, and I've thought about it a lot, and I really can't think of one favorite wish. There's so many, and I think what is my favorite about wishes is that a wish is specific to that child. So whether a child wants to go to Disney World or meet a celebrity or have a computer, what I think is my favorite thing is they're getting what they really want. And that's what Make-A-Wish is all about.
Yeah. So is that, or is there something else that is the most inspiring thing about being involved with Make-A-Wish for you?
There's so many inspiring things about Make-A-Wish, but I would say seeing a child and a family light up when they are told they're having their wish, or when we actually are able to be a part of the wish, as far as if it's a to have wish. I mean, there's not much better than seeing that. One event we do every year, I mean, I love all of our events, but one that's so special is our Wonderland Wishes. And Brooke already mentioned that, and I think we all love that event. But for me, it's just you see all the families together in one place, and you watch them interacting with each other. We get to talk with them in person, and you get to see them having fun. And you know that all the challenges that the families are going through, that they have one afternoon where they can just have fun and be together as a family. So that's so inspiring. And the other thing, there's so many things that are inspiring, but the other thing is really the people. So when I look at our 6 staff members and our over 100 volunteers, and you just see how passionate they are, how hardworking they are, I mean, they really make the impossible possible, and I find that very inspiring. Now, I've got a question for you, Rod. What's been your most fulfilling experience at Make-A-Wish?
I think it's the collective experience of the involvement with the families. When you get involved, and you can get involved with families in so many different ways. I've done airport send-offs, for instance, where as a volunteer I go to help a family as they arrive at the airport and just make sure they get through fine. And sometimes it's a family I've never met before, but it's still a meaningful connection, and they love having somebody from Make-A-Wish there. And there's a family, for instance, that I've continued to have a very special relationship with, and I sent them off at the airport one day, and that was it. It seemed like such a small thing for me to go and be part of that, but it was meaningful for them, and so that connection has been there. So whether it's airport send-offs or a more deep connection with actually granting a wish, families welcome you in to their home and into their experience, and they are almost always dealing with something really, sometimes it's heartbreaking, sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's scary, but they're so resilient, and the wish is so important to them. And when I, as a volunteer with Make-A-Wish and representing the organization and being part of this wish experience for them, it's so gratifying. And you develop relationships with them. And there's another family where I was a wish granter with them, and had a hilarious experience with them in their home. But one of the things that they do is every year at Make-A-Wish, or at Wonderland of Wishes, it's now a thing, is that they have to get a picture with me and with the Wish Kid as he's growing, and that's that's now a thing with that family, is every year at Wonderland of Wishes. Oh, we've got to get our picture with Rod.
Probably taller than you now.
He's getting there. He's growing. He's growing fast. But so it's that connection with the families that is it's meaningful and powerful when it happens, and then as it goes through time, it's very meaningful.
Yeah, and I think something that I always appreciate is that we can, as a family, volunteer, work at Make-A-Wish, and have some great experiences while hopefully helping people out. So I know that that's very special for me. And I've got another question for both of you. Can you think of one word? I know only one because there's lots of words, but one word that you think of when you think of Make-A-Wish.
Inspiring.
Very good.
I think of joy.
Yeah, me too. I think of both of those. And right now, the word I'm going to say is fun, because as you can see, we're all wearing ears. And Brooke and I have our capes on. So I think that that's something that's very important about Make-A-Wish, is that we try to put smiles on people's faces. We try to be a light for people in a dark time. And volunteers and staff have a lot of fun working with all of our families. So we could go on talking about Make-A-Wish for a long time because we love it so much. But I think we're going to wrap it up there and just say we can't wait to get back to granting wishes. Take care.
Absolutely.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Stay safe, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.